What's going on, everyone, and welcome to round 10 of the SLR F1 2016 PS4 League Season 1. And today we're at the Suzuka circuit for what should be a very exciting race in store for you guys. Last time out at Monza, it was Kostask1999 who extended his championship lead over Savis and Farabarnit. Farabarnit was finished second in that race, and Savis recovered to third after not making it in time for the qualifying. And then this leaves the championship with Renault in the constructors pretty much way clear and all but wrapped up their constructor championship. And also in the drivers, Kostask is now leading Savis by 30 points going into this race, and Savis will need a miracle to pull all them points back, judging by Kostask's form this season, where he hasn't been outside the top 5 of all the results he's taken part in. So with nothing else to say, let's get straight down with the qualifying comparison. So here we are on board with Frandythomesn and Savis23 for our qualifying comparison, going across the line with DRS open, heading down to the wrong, focusing on the 50-metre board as you go down into turn 1. And there we go, really fly it into the left. As you can see, Frandy runs wide, carries too much speed, being a bit too greedy, and he loses a lot of time, where Savis is a lot more smooth. As you can see, he didn't lose too much time, somehow. He managed to just keep it. And now we're going for the S section here. It's pretty nice from both. Frandy a little bit more ragged compared to Savis, who seems a bit more smooth. And Frandy, you see, really running the curb. Looks a bit nervous on the wheel at the minute. And now we're heading down to the two Degnas, flying into Degna 1 and into Degna 2. Both drivers take it quite nice, but as you can see, Savis takes it really nice into third and then straight into fourth again, whereas Frandy was a bit more conservative in second. Now we're going to hairpin, both taking very different gears. There's second for Savis and first for Frandy. Now we're heading down into spoon corner. All you're thinking about is this 50-metre board. As you can see, there it is, and Savis both running the curb quite well, and same gears really. Savis shifting up quicker, which gets better exit speed. And now we're heading down to 130 yard, a flat corner in the dry. In the wet, it's a bit more difficult though. In the dry, flat, and now you're just thinking about that 100-metre board. There it goes, really shifting down really quick into second. And Savis shifts up really to third to limit the wheel spin. Now across the line, open DRS, and it's a 134.375 for Frandy, and it's a 134.5 for Savis. I got the thing wrong on the graphic. So now, with no further ado, let's have a look at the rest of the qualifying results. So at the end of qualifying, it was a surprise pole position from Gary Dunnigan, 35, with a 133.745. 3 attempts clear of Carlos Eftes, who does a really good job to get himself into second place. Also in third is Frandythomesn, a really good qualifier from him after not particularly brilliant races recently. He's got himself into third. Savis ends up in fourth, 6 attempts off pole in the end, quite disappointing from him. Zibudi 2006 in fifth, debutant. And also Mockingwicks in sixth for Mana, very well done to him. In seventh is Kostask1999, really far down from him, with him and the medium tyre. Tumas in the Haas in 8th, Farabarnit, not the qualifying he would have wanted, in 9th. Alvaro Crack is a debutant as well in 10th. Nene 57 in 11th in the mediums, and that's Evo in 12th, not Marcus Ericsson. So with qualifying concluded, let's head to the race, which is coming from Multistim96.
So welcome ladies and gentlemen here for Straight Line Racing here at Japan 5 red lights. Off we go racing. We're on board with Nene and Savage 23, 4th and 10th positions on the grid. Nene has a really good start, so does Savage. Both going into turn 1. Oh, there's contact. Tuamas goes really wide into turn 1. Savage meanwhile is up into P3. There's contact between himself and now Sobas into the wall. And now he retires from the race. Savage retires from the race. And now Nene is up into 6th place. Let's have a look on the board with Savage and Mocking Weeks of what actually happened there on the start. So 5 red lights once again. Savage, fairly decent start as well as from Mocking Weeks. Going to enter turn 1 and 2. Gets blocked up by Carlos. Goes past turn 2. And just a tap from the Haas kills him. He's out of the race, unfortunately. But now, here we go. And later on the lap, Buddha is round the outside of last corner around Carlos. That's a phenomenal move. And now Buddha is into P2. He must be really delighted with that move. But Carlos will try and defend his position, but no, he doesn't. Buddha keeps it for P2 with Carlos is in P3. So now, here we go, later, lap 2. Mocking Weeks actually makes a slight mistake, and now he goes really wide on curbing, and now Kostask, the championship leader, takes P4 with later on lap 4, Fersen, Barnett and Nene once again battling out. DRS wide open for the Mercedes driver against the Renault. Goes towards the inside line of the racing line and moves back, but he goes a bit wide. That was a lock up. Forces him to go really wide and really shaky backhand as PMNA in the Toro Rosso is right behind them. Into the S section, here they go. PMNA will go side by side with him through this corner and PMNA gets the move done. Phenomenal move. Phenomenal move from PMNA. Absolutely phenomenal. So really good move from PMNA once again, and later on lap 8, PMNA locks up round the outside into the chicane and gets the move for P11 as he had a driver penalty and a pit stop earlier on. But now DRS on the two cars, Wallace and Allen, the McLaren against Toro Rosso versus Zauber. PMNA is going to go round the inside of the McLaren, forces Zauber to make a mistake, and now PMNA is up into P8. He's up into P8. He just picked up 4 positions single right there. Wow, great driving. But Nene against Fairstone Barnett, mediums versus hards, Mercedes versus Renault once again. Wow, Nene really slippery back end. And here we go with helicopter camera and on board with Nene. Later in the race now, 3 cars going in wide into turn 1 and to Nene completely locking up. Swipes the 2 cars off. Nene himself is in the wall. Frandythomesn is into P7. And Ferris just up the road. What a disaster here. What has just happened? But at the end of the race, it's going to be Gary taking the victory of the Japanese Grand Prix in a McLaren Honda. But now, battle for the 3rd place. The final step of the podium on lap 27. Kostask, the championship leader, against Mocking Weeks. Manor versus Williams. Kostask round the outside of 130 yard. He gets a move done for P3. What a move from Kostask on the final lap to get back into the podium, and he has to only get 4th place or above to win the title. That's all he needs. That's all he needs, and that is it. That is really it. But now Carlos and Nene will be going to Nene into the chicane. Carlos is just up the road. Don't think that will affect anyone, but this was a fairly boring race, I must say. Few good moves there and there, but oh well. Frandythomesn is into P8 across line. Yep, P8, and that is going to be it for today's race here at Allen P11, unfortunately, but that is going to be the Japanese Grand Prix.
So after the Japanese Grand Prix, it was Gary Dunnigan that took the win in the McLaren Honda to claim his 2nd win of the season after he won in Austria. Zibuda 2006 on his debut did a really good job to get himself into second, choosing the right strategy to get there in the end. Kostask went for the one stop, didn't really work, and then ended up in third in the end due to his pace difference to everybody else. And getting Muckamix on the last lap into 130R. Pretty ballsy move if you ask me, with Muckamix in 4th, up from 6th. Kostask in 5th in the Red Bull. Didn't really have a brilliant race. Overall his pace wasn't as good as it probably should have been. Well, his pace was actually good, he got the fast lap on the race, but obviously he made a wrong strategy call and ended up with 3 stops. Alvaro Elcrack 03 in 6th on his debut as well, did a really good job. Nene 57, his best result for a while, in 7th. Frandythomesn in the Haas in 8th. Tumas in 9th in the other Haas. And Barnett had incidents with Velios, which went in the stream, and ended up going backwards and backwards back in the race, and ended up over a minute down and finished in the final points position with Allen in 11th and Breaker in 12th. So what does this mean for the Drivers' Championship? Not a lot really. It means that Kostask1999 is now 39.5 points clear of Savis, and if he finishes 4th in the next race or higher, he will win the inaugural SLR Drivers title. Savis obviously in 2nd. Barnett, he's got a very slim chance of getting it. If he wins both races and Kostask retires in both and the results go his way with Savis, he will win, but that is very unlikely. After this, it's Gary Dunnigan in 4th in the McLaren, Kostask in 5th, and this is where it starts getting interesting. Nene in 6th, Evo in 7th, PMNA 8th, Nelly 9th, and Frandy 10th. All of them are covered by 11.5 points. So this could go either way at the end, especially with Nene's recent results not being particularly brilliant. Obviously, he had a good Japan, so he jumped ahead of PMNA and Evo, but the last 2 races could be crucial. So let's go to the bottom half. Aldara slips into the bottom half with Mocking Weeks with 31, Allen with 30, Prince Shadow with 22, Zibuda getting straight into the top 16 and 15, that kid Ives in 16th, Tumas in 17th, Abraham, who couldn't make it, in 18th, Rafe in 19th, and Navarro Crack taking the last spot in the top 20. So in the constructors, it's Renault that take, still in the lead, who could possibly win it next race if they score 7 points. They will win the constructors championship. Also Williams are in 2nd still, as they have been all season, but McLaren are catching after today's result with obviously Gary outscoring Kostask, and then it's Sauber in 4th, Red Bull 5th, Toro Rosso 6th, and this is where it gets interesting. Toro Rosso, Mercedes and Ferrari all on the same points, and Haas catching as well very quick on 48.5 points, so it could be very interesting who gets 6th in the constructors. And also then there's Manor in 43, so it could be very interesting. Also there's Force India, but I don't know how many points they're on. So for the next race, we are at the Brazilian Grand Prix, where the drivers and constructors championships could be both wrapped up. So make sure you go to the Straight Line Racing live action channel, which I'll leave a link to the description. Go there at 8 o'clock GMT, and Mr. Stim will be doing commentary over there if he remembers to turn his mic on this time, to watch us all race around Brazil. It should be a very interesting race because on time trial we're all separated by 7/10 of a second, so it'll be very interesting to see who will come out on top in that race. So with not much more to say, I'm Nene57 and we are out.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you?